Now, if you're looking to buy some gold, you won't go wrong by getting a shiny gold bar. Buying gold is going to be one of the most important and fun investments you can ever make. And I want to start you out with all the information you need so you don't make any big, expensive mistakes. Now, in this video, you'll learn everything about investing into physical gold, where to buy them, and how to get your very first gold bar with confidence. I'm Sean, and in this channel, we cover everything gold and silver. So if you want to learn more about investing in precious metals, be sure to subscribe. Let's get started. So the first thing you need to know is what to buy. There are many different types of go bars in the market and many different brands out there, and it's easy to get confused if it's your first time investing into gold. Now, the best way to start is to go for the most popular gold bars from the world's biggest brands. What I have here are three of the most popular gold bars around, and that means it's going to be easy to buy them and sell them off when the time comes. And when you buy a go bar, you are paying for investment grade gold, and you are buying them purely for the gold content that they carry. Now, all of these bars that you see here, they are 99.99 pure gold or 24 karat, which is the standard purity of any good investment grade gold bar. Now, this 50-gram gold bar comes from the Perth Mint in Australia, and it's one of the most popular bars you can get that comes with a government guarantee, right? And this Go bar contains 50 grams of gold, which is a great way to cost-effectively stack the precious metal without really venturing into bigger bar territory that would start costing some serious money. Now, unlike most gold bars that are shiny, the perf means bus. They kind of have a matte look to it, which I personally love. Now, next up, we have the 1-ounce Credit Suisse gold bar. Now, this bar is minted by a commercial bank in Switzerland, and there are many Swiss banks, such as UBS as well, who also manufacture and sell their own branded gold. And if you're in Europe, this is going to be a popular option that you can easily get your hands on. And it's important to note that you should only go for gold bars that are 99.99 pure gold, because most countries remove any VAT tax from them. And it's always good to say 5, 10, or even 15 of the top. Now, if there's one gold bar that can be found virtually anywhere, it will have to be the PAM Swiss Gold Bar. Now, this beautiful bar is so popular that you can hear to Dubai, Singapore, London, and the United States, and you can see them on the shelves of every good bullion store that sells gold. You can even find the PAM Go at mostly any international airport, such as Dubai or Singapore, that sells gold as well. Now, because it is so recognizable, you'll really be able to get a higher buyback value if you decide to sell it back to dealer. Now, PAM first started minting their gold bars in 1979. And many gold investors that I know, they kind of hold nothing but pen bars because it's such a trusted brand with a rich history. I can't really fault them for it. Now, the second thing you need to know is how much a Go bar will cost you and what you'll be paying for. So the price of gold will be different every single day, and it's because of two main factors. The first is the spot price of gold, which is the value of gold that's being traded around the world at this very moment. So you can come in one day and see the price of gold, perhaps at around $1,800, and come back another day, and it might have risen to $1,850. Now, it's important to note that the gold spot price is always quoted per troy ounce, which is equivalent to around 31.1 grams, and it's a measurement that originated in Roman times that somehow we still use today. Now, the second factor is the physical premium, which is a markup cost that you have to pay on your gold bar. So this Go bar you see here contains exactly 1 troy ounce of gold, which contains around 1,800 of value, but you will likely have to pay around 1,900 for it. And that's because of the physical premium, which is essentially the cause of refining and shaping the raw gold into a bar that you can hold and invest in. Now, certain bars, such as the Pemba, might have a higher premium due to its popularity. But if you ask me, goal is go, and from time to time, I go for the bar with the lowest premium to simply stack more grams of gold. Now, you might be wondering, are coins a better alternative to gold bars? And it really depends. When we are talking about gold coins, we normally mean government minted bullion coins, such as the American Gold Eagle over here and the Canadian Gold Maple. And the premiums on these coins are usually higher because they have a more intricate design on them compared to a bar, and they are actually legal tender with a dollar value on them. But I wouldn't spend this gold eagle for its face value of $50 at the corner store. Now, one big advantage gold bars have is that the premiums can go even lower. Now, what we have seen so far are minted gold bars. But if you decide to go for cars, bars like this Cars bar over here, you can save even more. Now, Cars bars are bars where gold is poured into a mold and it's just left to cool. It's a much simpler process and it costs less to manufacture. And while it might not look like the prettiest bar, you can actually save an additional 1 to 2% on the premium if you want to be highly practical about it. Moving on to number 3. So how big of a Go bar should you get? Now, the great thing about Go bars is that it can go as big or as small as one. The standard size for Go bar is the 1 ounce bar, and it goes all the way up to 50 grams, 100 grams, and even a kilo bar. And the great thing about going bigger is that you get to save more on the premiums, but it'll be a much costlier purchase overall. And it's really something to think about if you decide to go smaller. There are gold bars that are 10 grams, 5 grams, and even 1 gram bar that you can consider, but B1. The smaller you go, the higher premium you have to pay. And if you go small enough, such as the 1 gram bar, you might actually be facing premiums of 30, which is easily 6 times more compared to the standard 1 ounce bar. And I personally do get 5 and 10 gram bar, but I tend to use them more as jewelry pendants to wear than to actually stack. But you might actually prefer these smaller bars, especially if you plan to buy them as gifts for family and friends during the holiday season. So now that you know the basics, where do you shop for these gold bars? Now, there are 3 places you want to go, and one place to really avoid the first place is your local coin shop or bullion dealer, right? You can easily find them by simply typing Go Bullion Dealer New York or wherever you are at now. Once you find a few places, the best research you can do is directly to give them a call and ask them if they sell the Go bar that you want. For example, you can simply ask, hey, do you have the 1 ounce Pam Swiss Go Buy in stock? And if they say yes, then simply ask, cool, how much do you charge for one? They'll give you a price, which is normally the spot price, plus the premium on top of it. So take this price and really shop around and see which dealer gives you the best rate. Now, the second place is an online bullion dealer, and this includes websites such as AppMax and SD Bullion, and normally Dr. prices are slightly more expensive, but that's to be expected because they have a wider range of gold bars to choose from, and you have to pay shipping as well. Now, the great thing about online dealers is that from time to time they do have seasonal and clearance sales, which I absolutely love. This allows you to save quite a bit on lower premiums, and I highly recommend checking both your local dealer and the online ones to see which can give you the best price. Now, lastly, there are some banks, such as TD Bank in Canada and UOB Bank in Singapore, that sells gold directly. Now, the good thing about buying from a bank is that everything is standardized, and their prices more or less are transparent, like the online dealers. Now, the only issue is sometimes you need to create a bank account first and transact using it. You might not be able to use cash to buy your metals directly. Now, the place you want to avoid when buying gold bars are jewelers. Now, have nothing against jurors. But the thing about buying gold from them is that every gold item they sell, even if it's bullion bars, normally comes with a big markup and they are taxed, right? They do have VAT tax or GST tax slapped onto it. So even if you might be buying the same gold bar from a juror compared to a bullion dealer, you will be subjected to tax on top of it. So unless you are buying gold jewelry to wear, I would really still clear away from these stores. Now let's talk a little bit about security because gold is so valuable. There have been many attempts to create a fake Go bar, but most of the time it's going to be shorty work that you can spot immediately. Now, either the design of the bar is going to be somewhat off, or the bar is going to be bigger as usual. So all the bars here, you see they are all genuine gold bars. And the thing is that when there's a Go bar that's fake, you can really see it going to be a bit bigger than usual because gold is really dense and most fakes are simply gold-plated steel or copper. And that is why I don't really go buying beyond 100-gram bar, as it gets really risky when you start buying kilo bars now. While fake gold bars are rather rare, sometimes it kind of pays to just get a bit more protection, right? So there are many gold bars, like the Metal Global over here, that has a QR code either on the packaging or for this bar. The QR code, as you can see, is on the bar itself. And when you scan it using your smartphone, you can verify the serial number of the bar and where it came from. Pretty handy if you ask me now. Another type of protection, and one that I really, really like, is the kindergarten protection printed on the back of certain gold bars. For example, this Argor bar over here has a kidneygram on the back, right? When I turn it around, you can see a very beautiful refracted light pattern on it. And it's essentially a hologram on the back of the bar that reflects light into a beautiful pattern. Now, it's going to be almost impossible to fix such a bar, and that is something that you might want to consider, but it does cost more, around $20 for 1 ounce gold bar. So it's not really always cost effective. So when it comes to buying your first GOBA, I really recommend getting the 1 ounce standard Koba. You'll be able to get a low premium and at 2 days prices at around $1,800 an ounce. It is still an achievable goal and really something to work towards even if you're on a budget. And best of all, you can easily sell it off without much hassle, whether it's to a bullion dealer or another third-party investor. So there you have it, guys. I hope this guide will help get you started on buying your very first gold bar with confidence. Now there are a lot more details that I've covered in other videos on my channel that you can check out. So what type of Go bar is your favorite? Will you be going for 1 ounce bar, or are you going to be swinging for the fences with a big 100-gram block? If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I do take time to reply every single one, and if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe for more gold and silver videos. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon.